What is up? What is going on, David, SVA Card Collectors? What did I tell you about the Nats, baby? I told you. I said the Astros played like crap against the Yankees. If they played another team, they played the way they did against the Yankees, that they were going to get beat up. And guess what happened? They're getting beat up. They just lost 2 in a row today with their 2 best pitchers. Now, the Nationals might fold like a cheap suit, but it's looking pretty good for the Nats. Just, Yankees choked. I've been trying to tell you people this. But it is what it is. I really didn't even watch the game. I don't care, but I just saw the score, and I saw the way it was going. And it was 2-2 in the 7th. I saw that, so Verlander was pitching well. But he has those moments, and you need to capitalize on those moments. And, they did. So, you have that. Now, I want to talk about some flips that I've done. If you are new, getting back into this whole baseball card craze or basketball card craze or whatever, a lot of things have changed. And so I wanted to tell you some of the things that I have done that I have made money. I have plenty of losses, but nobody wants to hear about the losses. Everybody wants to hear about the big flips. Now, I don't have big, gigantic flips. There's other people that have better flips than me, but these are the ones that I had. So we're going to start it off with, and again, if you've been listening from the beginning, you probably have heard about all these because I went, oh my God, look what I did. And so there's that. But here's a couple of flips for you guys. One, they had these throwback Thursday cards in 2018. Maybe they have them now. I have no idea. In 2018, and they had 1986 tops design, and they looked really, really nice. I really liked them, and they were selling them in sets of 5, I believe, and it was Ronald Acuna Jr., Ozzie Albies, Miguel Andujar, Gleyber Torres, and David Bodie. So they looked really nice. Like I said, I just like, especially the Acuna Jr., it was just an awesome looking card. And I saw that they were reselling, PSA 10s were reselling for like $30-$40. And I said, you know what? The Acuna was going for $50-$60. I said, maybe I can get these all graded to a 10 and, make some money. So I spent $25 or $28, including shipping, for these cards. All right, so I got them from eBay. 4 of them looked amazing. David Bodie looked like crap. So I didn't send that in to get graded. I sent the other 4 to get graded. $9 each. So it was 9 times 4, which is 36, plus 25. Yeah, it's 61. 62, 63, something around there, just because I don't remember the exact numbers. All right. Now, I get them back, and then all of a sudden Acuna becomes a big deal. Now, I was thinking about keeping the card because I really like the card, but I'm all about the flip. So I bought from eBay. I bought from a reputable guy. The cards came back, and I looked at the cards, and they looked really nice, crisp edges. The David Bodie, I don't remember if it was on there or not, but I maybe had a bunch of sets, and I got just one of many. I should have bought more. That's all I got to say. So I ended up selling the Acuna Jr. for $100. Just that card. So on that card alone, I made my money back. I sold the Albies for $30. The Andujar, once he got hurt, I held that back. And the Gleyber Torres, I held that back. And I may keep it just because he's a Yankee and it's somebody I want to collect. But right now, I could definitely sell that for $90. So 100 plus 90 plus 30 is 220. And then Andujar, let's throw $20 at it. I think he can get $20 if I was to sell it, or 15. So you're around $235, $240 on a $60 investment. Now I had to wait a couple of months to get them back from the grader, but awesome deal for me. Another deal. Now, this one, you have to know a lot about a player or feel confident in thinking that he's going to bounce back. I suggest doing these type of things for teams that you watch, guys that you've seen. So if you are a Detroit Tiger fan and you go, oh man, I've been watching this guy forever. He's going to have a bounce back year. He just had a bad year. He's been hurt, a lot of injuries, things like that. A lot of people count people down, and then they get back up again. Trolls, if you watch Trolls, you'll know what I'm talking about. So I was a big fan of Gary Sanchez, not in the playoffs this year, but prior to the season, I was a big fan of him. And there was a low population of his Bowman Chrome rookie auto. Very difficult to get those in a PSA 10, so I got one. And I spent $301 or $310. I was really nervous about it because that's, I think, the most I ever spent on a card. And they had sales of close to $900 to $1,000 just a year ago. And so seeing that, I go, well, I know where his price point can be if he turns it around. So what happens? Gary Sanchez, he starts hitting the ball, pounding the ball. Yeah, he got hurt, but then he came back and started hitting the ball again really well. And within 3.5 months, I sold that same exact card for $1,000. So it was like a $500-$600 because of eBay fees and things like that. Profit in 3 months, which was a total score. I was really pumped about that, and you don't see those too often. But they're definitely out there. Guys who invested in Patrick Mahomes, they'll tell you that because his card skyrocketed. So there's another flip that I did. Now, I recently told you about Facebook Marketplace, how they're pretty good places to find base cards or chrome refractors or cheaper end cards that you can get in semi-bulk. Sometimes they have a decent amount, or sometimes they don't, but you can buy a bunch pretty cheaply. So one of these I bought was a 2017, and this actually I just sold yesterday. I'm actually bringing it to the post office right now as we speak. And it was a 2017 Bowman Chrome draft and refractor. One thing I will suggest to you guys is instead of buying just the Bowman Chrome, get the Bowman Chrome refractor of guys who you feel are going to do better. Because the refractor, you get a lot more money than you would for the Chrome. And it may be $1 or $2 more. So let's just say the Chrome is $1. You may pay $3 for a refractor right now. Or if it's $2, you may pay $5 for it. They will go typically almost double what a regular card will go. So here in this example, Juan Soto was doing well in the playoffs, as you could see. So I had these cards and I held them up. And truthfully, it wasn't a great buy because it's not the card people want. It wasn't his first Bowman card, and it wasn't his rookie card. It was the one in the middle. Like they just released, they have somewhere, they just keep releasing these guys. So I bought it for $5. Got it graded for $9 because I have a local guy here where I can go and pick it up, so I save all the money on shipping. So it was $9. Came back as a PSA 10. So now I know in my head, hey, this is the guy on fire sales. If he comes out and he's selling things, I need to pay attention to. I need to buy from him. So dead air in podcasting. That's great. Sorry, I just was like looking at a stoplight and just like engrossed into it. So I'm in for $15 on this, and I just waited. I was waiting for a good time to sell them. They were selling for $30, $35. Then it dipped down a little bit. and it was going for much less. Not much less, but between 15 and 20. I said, well, I'm not going to make any money off of it, or if I do, it's going to be very little. I might as well just sit and wait. Opportunity strikes. He starts doing real well in the playoffs. They were now starting to sell at $40. So, like I tell people, don't do auctions, do buy it now and accept offers. I did buy it now to $75. See what I can get. Typically it bumps up, but usually it doesn't bump up that much. Maybe 10, 15 bucks. And I was able to get it for $65 I sold for, plus shipping. So that was a great score. Yes, I had to wait a long time for it, but if you have a lot of these in your repertoire, you'll always have guys to be selling. And that's the biggest thing. Always look for those deals. If there's a guy that you feel is going to do a good job, buy that card for $5. Go after those refractors. That's what I'm going to be doing this off season in baseball, going after refractors big time. I had another one, and it is gone from my head. Should I write stuff down before I do these podcasts? Maybe, because I would be able to tell you guys right now what the other one was. God damn it. So those are some areas to do. I did one on Comc. That wasn't the one, but here's one that I did. Nothing crazy. This is not a crazy one, and this is not your typical one. But they are out there. So the 2018 Topps update, Ronald Acuna was starting to take off. Those cards were going for 30, 40, then they started getting 60, 75, 80. So the raw cards started raising in those prices as well. So when I went to Comc, I saw there was a bunch of them, and I only got 2 of them because I'm a dummy, at $8 for the raw cards. So I snatched them up right away. Within a week, I sold both of them, or 2 weeks, I sold both of them for $18 and $19, respectively, of course. So I did nothing. I bought them, flipped them around, resold it, and I had a bunch of credit that I could use. And what did I do? I wasted it all on Nolan Gorman refractors, not looking at them correctly, paying way too much money, and losing all the money that I've gained. But the thing is, Comc is a good place where you can buy and sell, and you really don't have to do a thing. It's a really good online arbitrage. Fees and things like that, I don't know. I still need to get involved in that. I still need to take a look at that and do a podcast just solely on that. I know one thing, and I'm going to go off on a tangent here now. They're making a big deal about Comc returns. I think they're going for 30 to 60 days or some crazy amount of time. And at first, I always think returns are a good thing, especially on eBay. People, it's about the customer. It's about the service. It's about doing the right thing. However, with baseball cards, it's a commodity. It's not something that you could, it's not something you use. You don't use something and it doesn't work. You can't have a baseball card and just all right, well, I'm going to fix my car with it. It has a value. And during a span of time, its value can fluctuate. You can't return stocks. It's the same thing. To me, sports cards and stocks are exactly the same thing, and you've heard me talk about this. Try to return a stock. See how that works out. And so there's one thing if a card you get is in bad shape, it doesn't look good, there's a chip you didn't notice, because on pictures from online, they're not the best in the world. So I get that. And if you're saying within a week or even 2 weeks, sometimes you don't open the package up right away, I get that. I totally understand, and that should be fine. If you're talking about a month, that's just garbage. If it goes down, for example, my boy Sam Darnold. Just say you bought a card the game before he got, or during the game, 2 days before he had mono, and you paid $125 for his card. You wait and you see his cards plummet to $70. You go, I'm going to return this. It's within 30 days. His card has plummeted. I'm going to return it. And there's nothing that you could do about it. That's not right. That's not fair. That's not being customer. That has nothing to do with customer service. Now, there's not many people that would do it, but there will be people that do it. And there's really no reason to have 30 days or 60 days on sports cards. Sorry, there isn't. If you are using something, if you have an appliance, and after 45 days, it craps out, it doesn't work, it's supposed to work for years, not a month and a half. That's something, hey, I want to return it. Those are things that should be done. I don't believe that this should be the case. If you have 2 weeks, that's it, done. So that's my rant on Comc. That's what I feel anyway. And I can't think of the last thing that I flipped. Maybe I'll think about it later on, but it's out of my head now. It's gone. See you. All right, so I'm out of time. SVAcardcollectors.com. Hit me up over there. Download the Flick Chat app. We have some good conversations. I don't know if there's any Panini stuff coming out. I don't believe there is. But we'll let you know when Panini lets you know. They let you know like a day before, a bunch of jerks. But you guys know what to do. Buy some cards and go broke. Later.